Hey YouTube, coming at you with my first Galar Cup on my second take here because I shot the whole video, looked down, and realized I was not filming. So here we go, 2.0. Lantern, double grass. Basically, I played like 3 or 4 games in the Galar Cup, and I saw a ground type Pokemon in every single one. I saw Marowak, I saw Gastrodon, I saw Quagsire, so I'm like, screw this. I'm running double grass. I don't really care. So I ended up going trevenant and abomasnow as the grass type Pokemon, and then you're going to be double weak to fire in the back. Double weak to fire in the back. So I used Lanturn to deal with that and deal a bit with the flyers because you're also double weak to flying. So that's it. Let's actually go through the battles again. I can't believe we're going to go through 17 minutes of battles again. Okay. Okay. Bad lead. That's okay. We have good answers in the back. Trevenant is your safe swap here. There are not a ton of super hard answers. So history time, again, Trevenant was super meta for like 3 or 4 seasons, and then I got Seed Bomb nerfed. There's 2 things that happened. Seed Bomb got nerfed, and at the same time, Noctowl was everywhere. Noctowl is a flying normal typing, so it just resisted every single one of your moves, and it was on every single team. So it became like unusable. But I found it very strong as meta. I felt very safe, very easy to use as a safe swap. That being said, there are Mandibuzz, there is some Drapions, so it's not like the safest thing. It's not like you're gonna have an answer for everything, but it still felt pretty good. And abomasnow, as you're gonna see here, is basically a sweeper and a core breaker on so many teams. Not surprising. Like I already talked about it, how it's like a core breaker in the Open Great League. So the fact that there's also ground, flyers, and grass, and like mud boys and water type Pokemon here should not be surprising that it is also a core breaker in this league as well. So managed to grab a shield there, which is great because now it is in weather ball range. They kind of had to shield because Thunderbolt would hurt a lot, and then it's basically pet or snow range if they don't. But now I get to a weather ball and take it out here. So Clodsire lead, again going straight into Trevenant. Poison Stings are neutral. It's a little worse now that it's not running Mud Shot, but Poison Stings are still neutral. I know it's probably Stone Edge, so I'm just going to shield it up because if they're not getting out, it's not like this is an amazing matchup for Clodsire. It's not a great matchup for Trevenant either. It's kind of like just neutral-ish. But if they're not getting out, they probably don't have a great answer in the back. And hello for Alligator. So clearly they do not. Feraligatr has a pretty good matchup because it has Shadow Claw, which is super effective. But they're going to have to throw here, which is okay because then I can just come Lanturn, farm down completely, and come out basically with 2 Surfs so that if the Clodsire comes back in, I'm going to take it out. And if something else comes in, maybe a water Pokemon like a Zoomerall, spoiler alert because I just friggin' shot this, I can have moves coming out for that too. So what ends up happening here is I just complete the farm down. They come out with Clodsire. I take it out with Surf, and it is a Zoomerall on the back, so I'll just very easily take this out in the back after. So there are a couple Pokemon that are going to cause this team's problems, and you're going to see one coming up soon. Not the next one. The next one I just get completely hard counter. There's not much I can do, but we'll watch it when we get there. I shouldn't go too far ahead because you guys are not seeing this for the second and third time like I am. You're seeing it for the first time. Okay, we'll get back on track here. So gonna energy ball this and take this out for an easy win. Not quite take out, but take out before one. Okay, Hackmo, terrible lead. Electric, resisted by Dragon. Come in Trevenant. Get hit with a shiny Ninetales. Although it looks like a Ninetales, it is a Kanto Ninetales fire Pokemon. Get a Shadow Ball off to grab 1 shield. So that's not bad. They complete the farm down, which is fine. I'll come in Lanturn. Unfortunately, with Spark over 50% here, they're not going to be taken out, so I have to throw a move. But at this point, I'm basically going to shield Abomasnow anyways. Excuse me. I'm going to go 2 shield Abomasnow. So take out the Surf. They're going to come back in with their Hackmo. I'll go into the abomasnow. What is in the back? A quillfish, which is half poison. So it's just a completely hard counter team. Dragon on my electric, fire on my first grass, and then poison on my second grass. So there's absolutely nothing you can do in these situations. You just take those losses and move on. Play out the match for the videos, but that's about it. Octail lands. I try and farm down, maybe thinking I can come out with a couple moves. But yeah, the move's not good. So I think what's coming up and what is very tough, and you can get out of it, but it is Drapion as a safe swap. Because as you're going to see, just it outpaces Lanturn. Trevenant has every move resisted, and the poison stings do super effective on abomasnow. And they get to the crunches very quick, especially with a little bit of advantage. So Mandibuzz lead here. There's your Drapion. And I'm like, oh no. I can't come in abomasnow because poison sting's super effective and I'm behind on energy. Trevenant's everything's resisted. So I just got to stay. And as you saw here, the crunches are going to outpace me, and the crunch does 50%. This is why Drapion is so deadly, just in general. But right now, against my team in particular, do not have a great answer for it. So I just got to stand here and try and get this out. Fortunately, after the crunch and after I lower my defense and the poison stings adding up, they are able just to bait Aqua Tail. So that's rough. I do get it pretty low, which means I can now come in and like resisted Shadow Claw it down and get a head on energy there. So, or a Abomasnow too. Okay, I can come either, quite honestly. Oh, I'm coming to Abomasnow because they have a Mandibuzz on the front. Right. That is why I'm coming to Abomasnow. So Trevenant obviously would be neutral to the poison, so it'd be, from a less damage perspective, Trevenant would be better. But that is useless because we know they have a Mandibuzz on the lead, so there's no point of coming in with Trevenant and getting ahead on energy when they're just going to absolutely punish you with Mandibuzz. So it just makes more sense to come in and get ahead on energy with Abomasnow, take a couple of super effective poison stings, but get ahead on energy. And that energy comes in very clutch here, because I need to commit this shield and take this out. And if you're team reading here, Flyer on the front, Drapion safe swap. What is a Flyer cover? What is Flyer covering in the back? A Mud Boy, Gastrodon. Hello and goodbye, Gastrodon. This is why I built a double grass team, because these grounds were everywhere. Another bad lead. So Trevenant safe swap. They eventually get into Toxapex, but they got in real slow because I was already at like 5 or 6 Shadow Claws. And once that Shadow Ball lands and does over 50% damage, these claws are adding up a ton. And now it's Seed Bomb range, and they can't really go Brine because Brine's resisted, and a terrible move at that. So if they try and beat me here, which I think they did, it's not going to take me out. So I'm going to grab a second shield or take this out. Both are pretty good scenarios. So they bait me Brine. Here comes the Seed Bomb. This will grab the second shield, and they take me out. So what you're going to see here is I come in here and I do shield, even though I think Abomasnow is the answer to win this matchup. I don't know what's in the back. So if it's a double poison team, I really don't want Abomasnow just to have 2 shields and just get killed anyways. So I'm keeping this alive a little bit. But what ends up happening is a Drifblim, which they are ABA weak to ice. What was in the mid game there? Weak to ice, so I take it out. Yeah, Toxapex was a poison, so yeah. Drapion again, you don't have a great answer, so you're just kind of staying in here. This one does not lower my defense, which means these poison stings are not doing as much. So going to throw the Surf, expecting a shield, because again, when you have a good lead and you're not getting out after they safe swap, it's because you don't have an answer, right? So that's an easy read on them. But these sparks are adding up, and now I don't know if the Surf will take out, but it's going to put it pretty low. And they do get to another move, right? So just Drapion's pacing is very, very tough to deal with. This time I do come Trevenant to get that claw. And they are debating. And they come in with a Pangoro. And Pangoro is tough because Pangoro is dark, which will kill Trevenant, and fighting, which will kill abomasnow. So, I need this C-Bomb to land and take out. But unfortunately, it does not take out. It still leaves them with health. I decided to catch a Night Slash on abomasnow. I don't even know if that's the right answer. But do that, and then the Frost Slash is just going to kill me. So we're going to go down here. So I'll do a couple more matchups. Maybe I'll do like one more matchup. There's 7 minutes of battles left. I'll do one more matchup, and then I got to talk about this meta and how it is actually a lot more open than other metas, and I'll go over why in a second. And then I'm going to make my new light do some flashy colors and burn out for a couple minutes because I just got this new ring light and it comes with colors. So we're going to test those because why not? I'm just delaying the inevitable here. Get the C-Bomb off. But again, a resisted Shadow Claw. It's close, but just going to get outpaced, and a Claw is not enough to take out Pangoro. Okay, Pelipper, great lead. They're going to have to get out into something. That something is a Ferrothorn, so we're going to instant swap Trevenant. Let's see if this one throws the Thunder or if it throws Power Up. So I went against this matchup a couple times. And if this thing throws Power Whip, it does like 45 to 50%. So I'm in the yellow. So I think I could live with like a few HP, but I'm just like, oh, I do not want to test that theory. Let's just take out, because even if they come back in with Pelipper, I've got a Shadow Ball basically loaded here. So I'm able to do an insane amount of chip, but I assume they'll just let go and 2-shield whatever's in the back. So they do get the farm down. We'll have to see what's in the back. They don't even get a move off. I don't know what happened there. Lucario. Lucario is a good Pokemon to try and go 2-shield with. Sort of. Now the problem with Lucario, if you've played it or have watched videos on it, is that it is so glassy that even resisted moves, like a resisted Powder Snow and a resisted Weather Ball, are going to add up too much on this thing. So they throw a resisted Thunder Punch, and because the Powder Snows are adding up and this Weather Ball would basically put it in the red, they kind of have to shield, which is a terrible scenario to be in for a resisted move. Because now I just get to the move, use that shield, and then I get to the surf to take it out. So Lucario is a little too glassy, I think. Like, I know you need to use some shields for it, but like, yeah, even in good matchups, you still like need to use shields, which is not a good scenario. That's not where you want to be with a Pokemon. Drifblim, good lead. They'll switch into Diggersby. I did click Abomasnow, but it didn't register, so I'm okay. I'll just stay in here and then throw this, and then eventually get into Abomasnow and work our way through here. Let's talk about the meta for this league. When you do, so first of all, there's different leagues that Niantic puts on. Open, like the obvious one is the open one where every Pokemon's allowed under a certain CP. The next level down are these regional cups. Kanto Cup, Sinnoh Cup, Galar Cup. And they are way more open than these other third-tier leagues, which are the typing cups. So we got a Sunshine Cup coming up, which is limited to like 3 or 4 typings. We just had a Psychic Cup, which is limited to like 8 Pokemon. So you're in like sort of tier 2 in terms of Pokemon available. Galar Cup comes from the Sword and Shield Pokedex. And this Pokedex has a crazy amount of Pokemon in it. Because it's got like some of the OGs, like Machamp. Let's just go to the rankings for Galar Cup. Like you got some OGs in Machamp. And you got other Pokemon from other groups. So when you go down the list, you're seeing Pokemon like all the way down at 65 here, 67. Shadow Charizard at 67. Goodra at 69. Greedent at 72. or Rangaroo at 74. Like, so it is a more limited meta than the Great League, obviously, because there's just some Pokemon that are not in this cup that are in the Open Great League. But there's like Zweilous at 80, Seaking at 82, Double at 85. There are so many usable Pokemon in this meta, and that's why it does not feel restrictive. Yes, there are top ranked Pokemon, and yes, just based on this video that you've seen here, again, we're against a Gastrodon, which is why I went double grass, but like Diggersby, Mandibuzz, Gastrodon, Drapions, like you will see a lot of those Pokemon. And even some of these other Pokemon that are top we've seen already. We saw Ninetales at 10, we saw Quillfish at 15, we saw Pangoro at 17, we saw Drifblim at 18, right? So we have seen some of these top Pokemon, but I'm using Lanturn. At Water Gun is ranked 29. And I'm using abomasnow. Shadow is 38. I was thinking about using Frostlass, 40. There's Sableye in this. So there's a lot of good options in this meta. So it does not feel like it's restrictive. And in fact, I actually played in the Open Great League like 2 or 3 battles. And I was just like didn't even like cross my mind of like, oh, this feels different, until I realized that I was like, oh no, I'm in the open. This is not right. So it doesn't feel as restrictive, even though it's a less available Pokemon League than Open Great League. So if you only had limited Pokemon, obviously Open Great League is your option, but it does not feel as restrictive as the majority of the other cups, and for sure the majority of the other cups, and even some of the other like region specific cups. It feels like it has more options. So I kind of appreciated that. And yeah, I think double grass works. I think based on the meta for this season, not only in this Galar Cup, but in the Open Great League in general, the nerf to flying is immense. We're like not seeing flyers unless they get in on their secondary typing, right? Mandibuzz is top ranked because it primarily relies on its dark. Talonflame is in because it primarily relies on its fire. In the open, Jumpluff is in, but again, kind of just fast charging. And yeah, I guess fast charging. And it has one grass, one grass, one flying. So there are some flyers, but again, there's significantly less than we've seen in the past with Skarmory, Gligargon. And there's so many freaking ground Pokemon because Mudsap got buffed like crazy. So I think going double grass, or at least one grass, if you want to do like a balanced team, do like a Trevenant, Lanturn, and like a safe swap. I really think, or whatever, pick your grass and other Pokemon in a safe swap. I really think that like double grass or grass Pokemon have a lot of play in this current meta and are going to be strong. So that is the state of the meta. Okay, so I got this big old ring light in front of me that comes with different colors. So I just kind of did it. So first, let me know how it works. I'm still shooting off my phone. I was looking up how to connect this new camera, and you need like not a capture card. Is it a capture card? You need some like device to transfer to that. At first I need a SIM card for it. I need a transfer card to hook it up. So there's a lot of things I need to do. So I eventually want to do the new camera, but the ring light seems to be working well. I tried all these other light options, and they're crazy and like very unusable. I don't know why you would do this. So this is the rainbow, so it's all a bunch of different colors. This is like a spinning red. This is just pure red fading in and out. This is a very bright green. Like, it does not look good. This is a blue. It looks so many. And I guess this is a yellow. Yellow seems to work. Purple. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna give myself a freaking seizure here. Light blue. So it just gives you like weird lighting. Kind of coming in and out of, and the red again. And now we're going back to the rainbow sprinkles here. Let's go back to white. So white seems to be the color that works. I don't, obviously, if you're new to this channel, welcome to 37-year-old dad with no time and no electronic skills 101 here. So I don't like know a lot of this stuff anyway, so you get very basic bones, shooting off my phone, ring light for the lighting, kids basketball net, and someone commented on the all the words there in the background. Yeah, so very basic. So I eventually want to like try to get better with like the visuals. I think the audio is good for the most part. I use this mic, so now we just get like the visual a bit better, and then the videos are what they are. I'm gonna go off topic. I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm not gonna go off topic. That's just a guarantee. So anyways, that is it. Let me know what you think about this league. Let me know what you're playing. If you got some teams that want to submit, link in the description. I will definitely showcase because yeah, I'm making a little bit of a run. I'm up to 2470-ish right now. Again, only playing like a few sets a day, sometimes even one set a day, which is fine. I don't feel like I need to push yet, but yeah, definitely make some progress. Considering I started at my lowest elo ever, I started at 2070, 2050, something like really bad. I've never started that low before. But yeah, we're now at almost 2500, so we're moving on up. Well, yeah, no rush. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.